Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Scamming Legends. A fleck of the hand changes the cards, winning big again, all until the casino boss watchful eye. Old White is beaten into hospital. Little Black and others rush over, see his plight, and decide to seek revenge. They're the top scam team that terrifies billionaires. This target's no ordinary one, per intel. This guy, Peter, isn't just loaded, he's got a ruthless streak to match. Anyone who dares stir up trouble on his turf ends up in big. Tougher the rival, the more thrilled Little Black becomes. He has Morgan's team follow Peter around the clock, finding he often buys magazines at a roadside stall and always carries his briefcase. Seems like whatever's in that briefcase is super important to him. So, they decide to hit it first while the waiter's not looking. An entire bottle of laxative is poured into Peter's drink. Soon, the waiter serves it, and Peter downs it unawares. 3 minutes in, Peter feels the urge and rushes to the bathroom. Morgan outside gets the signal. Morgan sits on Peter's car, triggering alarms that alert his guard. Once the guard's gone, they quickly access Peter's computer. They USB copy all the data, just as Peter strolls out of the restroom, feeling a bit unfinished and heads back in. They successfully swipe all the computer info. Once back, they check the USB to find this old dude is a movie fanatic. Almost every file is about film. Little Black instantly hatches a brilliant plan, turns Danny and Little May into magazine cover stars. Meanwhile, Morgan sneaks over to Peter's favorite newsstand, casually putting the magazine in plain sight. When Peter walks by, he's drawn in by the stunning cover. Next up, get a luxury car. Little Black steals a key from the security room. A Lambo roars out of the garage next. At this height, parking fees are saved. Soon, Danny arrives at Peter's hotel in a luxury car. Spotting the flashy rival, Peter heads in to see who's making waves. The two lock eyes and he suddenly remembers, isn't that the star from the magazine? So, he warmly invites Danny for a heart-to-heart. Peter admits he loves movies but sadly lacks artistic talent, just trying to cash in on what he can. As they leave, Danny says he's hosting 2 investors tonight. Peter agrees, promising a grand show. At night, Little Black and Morgan, posing as investors, follow Danny into the casino, but Morgan gets drunk. Morgan makes a drunken scene, insisting on gambling first. Danny has to ask Peter's bodyguard to send him home. Now the main event unfolds. They arrive at Peter's office, and Little Black says Morgan should step aside. That drunk will drag them down. The biz can turn 100 into $1 million daily. Are they worried about finding investors? Just that line piques Peter's interest. Does the movie business really rake in that much profit? Danny assures him, stick with me and you'll be rolling in cash. Peter instantly waves his ticket in, but he has one condition: he wants to tag along to see how this money. Next day, as Peter sets off, he spots a huge poster of Little May, no doubt. A masterpiece by Little Blackstein. Danny brings him to the set, where Little May and extras await, seeing his closeness to the star. Holdouts begin to fade, when a guy named Tanya approaches, saying he's got another 200 B-list actors ready to jump in. Asking for an arrangement, Danny says, wait, settle the bill first. The man quickly pays. He hands Peter 1 stack, and just like that, he sees 200 can cash while talk about a tenfold. Danny sees his look and knows he's hooked. Before leaving, he says a big deal's coming. Let's meet where we change. Peter won't miss it. Upon returning, Danny tells him they'll invest £10 million in a movie. Then they'll sell the rights overseas, turning that into a swift 20 million. Peter asks how much he needs to invest, and Danny says at least what it's about 2 million. I guarantee a return in 3 months. Hearing the huge investment, Peter backs off. Subtitles, just as Danny considers a discount, Little Black stops him. The intent is clear, this rich man has much in this industry. He doesn't care about high returns. Let's shift focus to his movie dream. Danny recalls Peter mentioning his film dream. So why not help him achieve that dream? When Peter finds out they can make him the leading man, he immediately cuts a 200 check to get in on. Cash in hand, next up is planning the getaway. To ensure a foolproof plan, Morgan rigs Danny with a blood bag. Little Black instructs him, just go down as soon as the gun goes off. No raising rates on yourself. One day, Little Black vents script discussion with Peter as Danny storms in, furious, attracting puzzled looks. Danny says, it's too late, Morgan has run off with the cash. Get this sorted out first. As soon as he speaks, Little Black gets angry, demanding, get Morgan back now. But where to start searching? Little Black sees his moment and pulls out his gun, only for Danny to go all drama queen, insisting on raising rate. Peter, seeing it's already a mess, decides to go all in, firing 2 shots straight at Danny. Little May's team takes Danny away. After Peter leaves, Little Black rushes him to hospital. Luckily, no fatal injuries. Just barely escaping a disaster, Peter balls to another country. They've avenged Old White and snagged £2 million. That's enough to let them splurge for a while. See how a top scammer targets victims just one glance. They can see each other's recent issues. A man has rope marks on his ring finger, but no ring, probably just divorced. Rough skin shows high stress, mismatched socks indicate kids to support, and his belt's moved up half an inch. This points to some serious weight loss. Clearly, this guy's life is not on the upswing. With these insights, you are set to become a top scam artist. This scam-themed charm, Skyway to Scamville, mesmerizes fans. Enough talk. Shengshin Feng's his target, Mr. Loss, a real estate boss to flip a $20 plot for $200 M. If you like our show, subscribe to our channel for the latest great content.